Hey there, what's good gang? Kawaii50 here with another video, this one about Goddess of Victory Nikkei. Now, I'm sure you might have heard some stuff about this new gacha game through the grapevine. You know, the Gun Girls gacha game with some very interesting camera angles. I am actually enjoying this game quite a bit, which is the main reason I want to make this quick little video about it today. I'm enjoying the characters, the story is phenomenal, and somehow the music is even more phenomenal. I won't play some for you right here. We did that in a previous video talking about it, but feel free to go ahead, look up some of the tracks yourself. God, they are good. But what I want to talk to you all about today is a way to help both newer players as well as help you in the future when you end up becoming a veteran battle-hardened commander with hundreds of Nikkeis under your belt. This is going to help you with some of the walls that the game ends up putting in front of you. Unfortunately, I'm wasting Yunhwa's time here a little bit, but what can you do? What can you do? You're just going to have to wait, Yunhwa. So, there is a facility that is very, very important in Nikkei, and we're going to head to our outpost, and we are going to see just the way we need to deal with this facility in order to maximize our battle efficiency. So the facility I'm talking about is right here, the Synchro device, and the Synchro device is your most important facility on the outpost, bar none in my opinion. Yes, even more important than the command center, because this is the main way you power up all of your Nikkeis without using all of those materials. I'm sure you can see I have quite a few slots open here. But here is the thing with the Synchro device that you need to know. In the early game, this is ideally what you want your Synchro device to look like. You want your Synchro device to hold all of your SR Nikkeis, and you want to chuck your SSR Nikkeis down below. Now, why is that? Well, let's look at some characters really quick. So looking at good old reliable Rappi here, one of the benefits for SRs is that they are able to be limit broken very, very easily. You can already see that Rappi is sitting at level 106 out of 160. Now, this is a pretty dang solid level, but the effect on the SSRs is honestly what's far more important. Now, looking at our Snow White, you can see here that her level is currently 106, even though her max level is only 80. This is because the Synchro device is allowing her to push even further beyond her limits and get those extra levels. And this is very important when it comes to hitting battle power for stages. So in the early game, we want to go ahead and use the Synchro device to push our SSRs beyond their limits. But this begs the question, what do we do in the late game? Well, in the late game, we want to pivot, and I'm trying to tell you now something that will help you prepare for late game that is going to overall save you a gigantic headache. This brings us to the mileage shop with all of our mileage tickets. This allows us to get spare bodies for our Nikkeis in order to increase their limit breaks. I am going to tell you right now, do not spend any of your mileage tickets regardless of how insane the desire to pull is. You need to hold on to those to be able to push yourself above that wall that you're going to end up coming up to in the future. Now, you saw that we were able to get our SRs to 2 stars of limit breaking up to a max level of 160. Well, our SSRs can hit a max level of 200, and in an inverse way, push our SRs beyond their max level of 160. So, going back to the Synchro device, ideally in late game, this up here is going, there it is. This up here is going to be filled with max limit broken SSRs. Likely permanent SSRs that you can just end up randomly pulling at any time. Characters like Volume, characters like Exia, probably not Pilgrims though. Let's be straight up here. You can see I've got some SSRs with multiple investments in them. I've got, of course, Yunhua and Admi down here. Each have 1 limit break. So I am going to hold on to my mileage tickets. And then in the future, in the long future, when I see that I need another mold in order to push my characters to the final limit break, that is when I am going to go ahead and use those tickets to get those final molds and get my characters to 200. But there is also something else, and this is the last thing I promise that I need to recommend to you, and that is involving the standard banner. So on the ordinary recruit right here, I'm sure you can see we have this wish list. On this wish list, you can select 5 Nikkes from each of the standard 3 companies to go ahead and be your primary pulls. Go ahead and this increases your chances of getting those particular Nikkes. Now, the second I got an extra copy of Yunhua and Admi, I went ahead and I chucked them onto that list immediately. In addition to, you know, my standard, I really need leader, etc. on this list. Whenever you get an extra copy of a Nikkei featured on this banner, you need to immediately go and revise your wish list, because that is going to ensure you have a higher chance of pulling those characters as you organically summon through the standard banner, and maybe when you end up hitting that wall, you won't even need to use your mileage tickets and be able to spend them possibly on something fun. Remember, Nikkei is a game that is not a sprint, it is a marathon, and you need to be doing things like this, planning, in order to make sure you don't run into a really frustrating situation down the line. Anyways, gang, that is it for my spiel on Nikkei. I hope that this video is able to help you prepare your team for pushing forward into the future. I see that we're getting like quite a few bug fixes here in the game. I hope there's a lot more on the way that end up coming in order to really bring Nikkei up in, you know, quality and enjoyment, because despite the things that are present in this game right now, I am trying to be very hopeful that everything is going to get fixed, because like I said, I love the story, I love the characters, I love the live 2D, the music track is just filled with bangers. I want to continue and immerse myself in this world, and I really hope that I am going to be able to, and I am going to see that beautiful 1-year anniversary when it finally pops up. But anyways, that's it for me, gang. Down below, you're going to find links to Discord, Patreon, Twitch. I'd of course like to thank everyone for your support, regardless of what form it comes into. Twitch subscribers, YouTube subscribers, all of you are the reason I continue making these videos, and I legitimately appreciate each and every one of you. That's no lie. Anyways, gang, I hope you have a phenomenal day. I'll see y'all in the next one.